Governor Sheriff Oborevwori decries high rates of age falsification in Delta State Civil Service. State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Emomotimi Guo, underscores the value of legislative aids. Contractors of East-West Road receive ultimatum to complete projects. In business, Lagos State becomes Africa's second largest economic city. Good evening, and here's the Delta Television main news. I am Henry Usiayu. Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has decried the rate of falsification of age in the state civil service. Governor Oborevwori expressed his displeasure at a dinner organized by the state government for top government functionaries.
It's opportunity for the younger generation. He noted that the state had a workforce of over 60,000 with a wage bill of over 16 billion naira monthly. An appeal to permanent secretaries, heads of extra-ministerial departments, directors and deputy directors to continue to discharge their duty and professionally. Governor Oborevwori stressed that due process will be followed in appointing a new head of service when the time came, adding that more permanent secretaries would also be appointed in due course. He thanked the workforce for their continued support for his administration.
I want to appeal to our permanent secretaries, directors, deputy directors. We have over 900 here. In some states, they are almost half of the staff of that workforce of that state. We should get value for our money. Contractors are not being owed. If any contractor say they are owing, then they should come and say it. I don't even wait that every month.
Progress with the government. He thanked the governor for his worker-friendly policies since he came into office and assured him of the total support of workers in advancing his more agenda.
I thank all of you for all you are doing, for all the support. You know that head of service said a lot here today. So, and I know who is taking over to be strong. I'm not going to do say charity that will follow due process. If you think we want to make you head of service, follow the normal procedure. It's done by
Mr. Bayoku, who is buying out of service on the 29th of this month, enjoined the governor to take steps to enhance the service and boost the morale of workers.
The moment you assumed office, even before you assumed office while you were campaigning, but from the moment you assumed office, you have made it abundantly clear that your administration is committed to strengthening the capacity, efficiency, and welfare of civil servants with the ultimate aim of improving service delivery.
The evening featured entertainment through music, comedy, and cultural dances by the Delta State Cultural Troupe. Ejime Uduime reporting.
The immediate past governor of the state, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, has advocated for total rebranding of the civil service for efficiency. Senator Okowa stated this while speaking with newsmen in Asaba. Again, Ejime Uduime reports.
Senator Okowa said civil service, being the engine room of any government, needed to blaze the trail, hence the need for workers to give their best at all times. He said workers needed to be trained and retrained on the ethics of the profession as a way to arm them against ills bedeviling the service. Senator Okowa said government at all levels and stakeholders of the civil service needed to synergize on ways to reposition and rebrand the profession for excellence in service delivery.
It's my hope that with the collective effort of the Civil Service Commission, the Office of the Head of Service, and also all other people in positions of authority, even heads of agencies, permanent secretaries, directors, that there will be this synergy of efforts to be able to drive things in such a manner that the service works at its best. That is something that we must continue to work hard for. He has done his own best. I believe somebody has to come in, but there's that we truly need to work really very hard in the civil service so that we can have a renewed confidence in the civil service.
He said as a governor, he did his best to restructure the service just as his successor, Governor Sheriff Oburiwori, was doing, and advised workers indulging in age falsification, unpatriotic act, and the service to desist or be ready to contend with the civil service law.
So that without that proper orientation, we can have a civil service that will actually become a service that you cannot depend on in the near future. So the 8 years I spent as governor and even other years that I spent in the service, it is something that we truly need to build in the minds of the very young ones who are coming to the civil service.
Senator Okowa advocated for a paradigm shift in the way public service was being administered. Ejime Uduime reporting.
Cornerstones met to provide support services while declaring open a 3-day orientation workshop for legislative aids to members held in Asaba. Favor Okafor has details.
Citing other functions of legislative aids to include legislative and legal research, drafting of bills and motions, writing of speeches, arranging constituency meetings, liaison with constituents on behalf of members, among other things, the Speaker said their functions cannot be overlooked. As apt, the Speaker urged participants to take the workshop seriously.
I believe that this will equip you, all of you, is always evolving.
Thanking the Speaker for approving the workshop, the Clerk of the House, Otto Agogovia, said the workshop became necessary so as to acquaint aides of their roles in legislative process. The lead facilitator, Mr. John Mutu, lauded the leadership of the State House of Assembly for equipping its workforce with the necessary information to meet with growing trends. Favor Okafor reporting.
The need for lawyers in the state to be acquainted with technology in their practice in line with the 21st century legal profession has been stressed. The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Ekemejero Okwovoriole, a senior advocate of Nigeria, stated this in Asaba while playing host to the members of the Nigeria Bar Association Women Forum Ogwashiku chapter in Asaba. Mr. Okwovoriole urged lawyers to be diligent in their practice at all times for them to excel, noting that the era of a one-man chamber has gradually faded out, and diligence has become the hallmark of any legal practitioner, whether in government or private practice. He noted that the ministry's determination to work with stakeholders, especially branches of the NBA in the state, adding that the women lawyers in the ministry were good ambassadors of the forum. Mr. Okwovoriole, represented by the Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary in the ministry, Mr. Omamuzu Erebe, commended them for their commitment to duties. Earlier, the facilitator of the NBA Women Forum, Ogwashiku chapter, Mrs. I.E. Oche, intimated the Attorney General of their visit, soliciting the ministry's support for their mapped out activities for the year. She commended the Attorney General and the Solicitor General for the leadership of the ministry, inviting the Attorney General and the Solicitor General for their forthcoming International Women's Day celebration, billed for March 14. The highlight of the visit was the presentation of plaques to both the Attorney General and the Solicitor General. The Chief Advisor to the State Governor, Chief Igoyuta Amori, has reaffirmed his commitment to grassroots political mobilization and inclusive governance. Chief Amori stated this while playing host to members of the Ughelli South United Forum, led by Chief Godwin Okporoko, who came to felicitate with him on his appointment as Chief Advisor to the State Governor. Chief Amori said that the era of political complacency was over as he revealed plans to embark on a statewide tour of the 25 local government areas, visiting each ward to sensitize the people on the governor's achievements and the importance of political participation. Chief Amori expressed his appreciation to the forum for the visit and reassured them of his dedication to ensuring that their concerns were addressed. The forum chairman, Honorable Godwin Ogboroko, commended Chief Amori leadership qualities, noting that he had played a pivotal role in elevating many individuals to influential positions in government. Chief Ogboroko reiterated that the group remained committed to strengthening the PDP's presence in Ughelli South. Speaking on behalf of other members of the forum, Chief Michael Oshetigo acknowledged Chief Amori's political experience and dedication to the development of the state. Chief Oshetigo emphasized the forum's readiness to work closely with the government in advancing the more agenda of the state government. The Ughelli South United Forum later passed a vote of confidence in the state governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, for his developmental achievements. The need for staff of the Delta Broadcasting Service, DBS Asaba, to initiate program ideas to take the station to enviable heights has been re-emphasized. The general manager of the station, Mrs. Christine Jobome Emetulu, stated this today during the first ever General Staff Programs Planning Conference. Mora Isoba has details.
The quarterly conference, designed to critically appraise programs on radio and television to know their suitability, was designed to stimulate creativity and innovation among staff members, focused on developing new program concepts, improving on the existing ones, while exploring new timelines to enhance the broadcast quality. In her address, Mrs. Jobome Emetulu said the DBS Asaba, a leading broadcast station in the state, was known for its high-quality programming, poised on producing solid program contents package for both radio and television that would not only meet the yearnings of the public, but also be in line with the fundamental ethics of modern-day broadcasting. She charged the staff to make themselves valuable, teachable, and flexible to be shaped into modern trends, owing to the fact that trends have continued to change in the media in terms of content creation that resonates with the audience's real-life situations.
In the broadcasting community, DBS can be likened to the parent broadcaster. We have the blueprint in terms of standards, quality, and we have also and follow the ethics of broadcasting. We expect staff in this conference to put forth program ideas and titles, indicates to be producers, to be presenters, to be actors, to be actresses, and so on, and our listeners.
Mrs. Jobome Emetulu, while commending the management and staff of the DBS Asaba for their unwavering commitment to duty, harped on the need for them to stay focused on major goals to meet the station's mandate and propagate the government's laudable programs and policies as a parent broadcast outfit of the state. Earlier, the head of programs department, Maureen Eluku, said the goal of the all-staff conference was to ensure that DBS Asaba remained the #1 choice for entertainment, education, and information in the state.
It's indeed a wonder that Delta Broadcasting Service is not just an arm on radio or TV. We have the radio and the television. I will say thank you to God Almighty, to the governor of the state, His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborewori.
She urged the staff to commence implementing the new program ideas, which would soon be unveiled to the station's audience across the state and beyond. Mora Isopa reporting.
In a bid to ensure quality and standard on projects handled by the Delta State Oil Producing Area Development Commission, the SOPADEC, across its mandate areas, the Executive Director of Projects on the board, Dr. Ebenezer Okorodudu, has commenced on-the-spot inspection of 5 SOPADEC projects in Warri South local government area. The projects are healthcare centers at Obodu, the supply and installation of 2 units of 500 kVA and 33 transformer at Omadino community, the ongoing build project of administrative block at the College of Education, Warri, and the fencing, drainage, and swimming pool rehabilitation of the Warri Club. The report.
Speaking with newsmen after inspecting the various projects, Dr. Okorodudu said the commission would interface with other government agencies to address the challenges faced in the Obodo Primary Healthcare Center, which include manpower shortage and epileptic power supply. On the Ubeji ultra-modern market, he expressed concern over those trading at the front of the market, noting that when the market was commissioned, those trading at the front would be allocated stores at the open or locked-up stores. The Executive Director of Projects stressed that all projects embarked upon by the SOPADEC were owned by the people of oil-bearing communities, adding that the board was committed to delivering more people-oriented projects in line with its mandates.
The government had to go into developmental initiatives. You agree with me that right from our first inspection tour to Obodo, the health center we found there was quite a big health center, and with very good structure and opportunity for more development in terms of land space and all that, and quite a little area of challenges we found, which we were going to put together in our report.
At all the projects visited, Dr. Okorodudu assured the authorities and the contractors handling the
Works, Senator David Umahi has ordered the contractors handling the East-West Road that November was the deadline for the completion of the project. Senator Umahi gave the deadline while on an inspection tour of the project. He emphasized the federal government's commitment to delivering the road as it connected key economic hubs in Nigeria's South-South region. The 361-kilometer road spanning Warri in Delta State to Oron in Akwa Ibom State had faced multiple setbacks since its initiation about 2 decades ago. The Federal Ministry of Works has allocated 524 billion naira to complete the remaining 117 kilometers, including dual carriageways and bridges across Bayelsa and Rivers States and other parts of the region. Senator Umahi said the recently completed 47 kilometers in Section 2.1, which was inherited from the previous administration, had been fully paid for, adding that the remaining 22 kilometers in Section 2.2, spanning 11 kilometers per carriageway, will be completed in November. The minister noted that at the Mbiama section, where flooding in 2023 damaged 3 kilometers of the road, SETRACO had raised the elevation by 1 meter and added covers to prevent future washouts. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetoku, has ordered the immediate posting of 7 Assistant Inspectors General of Police, AIGs, to various strategic offices, and the posting of 18 Commissioners of Police, CPs, due for AIG ranks, pending approval for the Police Service Commission, PSC, to AIG offices nationwide. A statement signed by the first Public Relations Officer, Mr. Olumiyiwa Adejobi, said the comprehensive redeployment of senior officers was geared at effectively repositioning the force with a view to discharge its duties as expected. The Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Christian Pilgrim Commission, NCPC, Bishop Stephen Adegbite, has urged intended Christian pilgrims to contribute to making Nigeria work. Speaking during the departure of the 12th batch of pilgrims to Israel and Jordan today in Abuja and Lagos, Bishop Adegbite emphasized the importance of conducting themselves with dignity and being good ambassadors of Nigeria and Christ. The batch comprised mainly pilgrims from Ogun State and consular officers. Bishop Adegbite reiterated the Commission's zero abscondment policy, urging the pilgrims to remain committed to their journey and avoid actions that could tarnish the nation's image. He also called on them to pray for the success of the present government's Renew Hope agenda and align with the theme of the pilgrimage. You're watching the Delta Television main news. Still to come, Lagos State becomes Africa's second largest economic city. We'll be right back.
Governor Sheriff's administration is committed to delivering impactful governance that will improve the lives of Deltans. Take a look at the inauguration of the Boji Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which was inaugurated some days ago.
The newly inaugurated Boji Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which includes a modern abattoir, is crucial towards improving economic activities and also stimulating innovation.
Governor Sheriff.
And because Governor Sheriff is dedicated to providing sustainable infrastructures, he has also encouraged that the facilities be given timely maintenance.
Governor Sheriff, always concerned about the well-being of Deltans.
I even hear say in line with the more agenda, opportunities for all. So Governor Sheriff, he don't call for the redesign of academic curricula to equip graduates with the technical skills necessary for them to become job and wealth creators.
And no surprise, just some days ago, the Delta State Ministry of Science and Technology inaugurated the More ICT Year program at the Delta State Innovation Hub at Asaba. This program is a government-backed initiative aimed at equipping youths with essential digital skills.
For this Delta State, more agenda will reach all of us.
Opportunities for all.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
Nice to still have you there. You're still watching the Delta Television main news. And straight to our business news.
State has solidified its position as one of Africa's leading economic hubs, with its gross domestic product GDP soaring to $259.75 billion based on purchasing power parity (PPP). The milestone positioned Nigeria's commercial capital, the second largest economic city on the continent, trailing Cairo in Egypt. The announcement was made during the 2025 launch of the Lagos Economic Development Updates (LEDU). The report underscored Lagos' continued economic expansion, highlighting its resilience amid ongoing reforms and infrastructural investments. According to the report, the state GDP stood at $259.7 billion in 2023 and witnessed remarkable growth in the first half of 2024, expanding to 27.38 trillion naira from 19.65 trillion naira in the previous year. Meanwhile, business analysts have reported that the Dangote refinery will lose up to 32.5 billion naira from 500 million litre stock of premium motor spirit following the recent price cuts. A few days before the refinery announced a price slash, said the refinery had over 500 million litres of petrol in its tank. The revelation was made at a period the refinery was selling a litre of petrol at 890 naira. Reports showed that the 500 million litres of petrol amounts to 445 billion naira if sold at the hold rate of 890 naira per litre. In a statement last month, the Dangote refinery announced a reduction in the ex-depot price of petrol by 65 naira from 890 naira to 825 naira per litre, effective February 27, being the second price reduction in the new year. It added that selling the 500 million litres of PMS at 825 naira per litre following the reduction will lower the company's expected income from the stock to 412.5 billion naira, probably writing it off its margin. This means the company's dollar would help the refinery recover its losses. Earlier, fuel importers and marketers lamented the consistent price reduction by the Dangote refinery, stating that they were losing billions.
In sports, Team Delta's commitment towards putting up superlative performances at the maiden edition of the Niger Delta Sports Festival gathered momentum at the Delta State Sports Commission, led by its executive chairman, Mr. Onorode Oborewori, intensified preparations for the games with local government trials organized for athletes across the state. The local government trials, which is expected to be concluded on Saturday, has athletes participating in swimming at the Olympic-sized swimming pool of the Stephen Keshi International Stadium, Asaba, with the football teams battling it out at various venues, including Warri, Sapele, Kwale, Ogwashiku, and Agbo. The handball trial is currently taking place at the Ole Township Stadium, while canoeing holds at the swimming stretch Obiaruku. Basketball trial is at the local government, is currently holding in Warri. Tennis and chess is holding at the Stephen Keshi International Stadium, Asaba, while traditional wrestling, among others, will hold at the Indoor Sport Hall of the Stephen Keshi International Stadium, Asaba. The athletes who qualify from the local government trials are expected to converge at the Stephen Keshi International Stadium, Asaba, for the final trials and selection for the maiden edition of the Niger Delta Sports Festival in Uyo next month. The state trial is expected to hold next week. And now our thought for the day. Take care of those around you. Provide for those who are better than. And your success will continue to flourish. And to wrap up the Delta Television main news, look at our highlights. Governor Sheriff Oborewori has decried the rate of falsification of age in the state civil service. Governor Oborewori expressed his displeasure at a dinner organized by the state government for top government functionaries and top officials of government establishments held at the event center, Asaba. Legislative aids have been described as cornerstones meant to provide support to serving members. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Emomotimi Guo, stated this while declaring open a 3-day orientation workshop for legislative aids to members held in Asaba. And we also brought to you that the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, has ordered the contractors handling the East-West Road that November was the deadline for the completion of the project. Senator Umahi gave the deadline while on an inspection tour of the project. He emphasized the federal government's commitment to delivering the road as it connected key economic hubs in Nigeria's South-South region. And we also told you that Lagos State becomes Africa's second